jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, subscribe.
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official, you already know. We back with another one. And you probably asking yourself, dang, WCS, it's in midday. You know what I'm saying? It's midday and everything. And from the looks of it, it's Wednesday, it's midweek, midday, and you're doing a live stream on the reality of a deadly killer. Let WCS provide you with the details on what's going on in life. Things have changed. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed in life. The whole dating scene, just the recreational way to go out there and enjoy yourself. If you are the ones going out here, whether you're heterosexual or homosexual, the dating scene has changed. And it's changed to a point where, some people understand how serious it is, and some look at it like, well, they have a lot more science and developments, so I don't have to worry about it. Like, I was listening to some videos of people. I remember seeing this dude who found out he had, HIV. And the girl, I mean, not, he didn't find out he had HIV. He knew. But the girl he was messing with, she found out he had HIV and called him up on the phone. And she was distraught, hysterical. And she said, don't you know what you gave me, this, that, and the other? And then he said, hey, when the next time I can come over there? She said, you're not even caring. Hey, it's different. You see the title, The Brutal Reality. Lust, the most innocent killer in the world. Peep what I'm telling you. All right, peep what I'm telling you. This don't have anything to do with combat. Sports. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the usual, this is a different type of war. This is a different type of war. You don't really get paid for this. You know what I'm saying? You don't get paid money. You don't get a check. You don't get a compensation for this. This deals with lust. Men, women been lusting since a lifetime, but now we in a state where we have so much going on, and that's why I started the rag wipe. Because these women are deceptive, very, very deceptive. But the worst thing about, when you out here on a dating scene, you in the streets, or you just out there communicating, is that the STD, you know what I'm saying? the sexually transmitted disease have went up. The STIs have went up. They have increased. And say, I started to talk about this because down here in the A, I hear people joke, right? I remember being at a boxing match, and I was chopping it up with some cats. They didn't really know me. And then they said, "Where you from?" I said, "The A." And then the guy said, "ATL?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "How is it down there?" I said, "Hey, I don't have time for the jokes. I'm from the old, you know. I'm from the old school. I can't do nothing about people coming down and live there. But not everybody there is into that life. And people need to understand how that intertwine with this live that I'm doing. So you see the fatal, hold on for a second. You see the fatal seduction, y'all, right? And I know people not going to tune in because some of them might have HIV as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Some may not, and some may have. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious, serious problem that's going on. And you'll see these freaking you'll see these news flashes come across the stream, and they'll do a whole doc on the increase of HIV, who rates. They'll give you top 5, top 10 states with the highest HIV rate, the highest STI rate, STD. You know what I'm saying? Per medical reports, per from the WHO, the World Health Organization. You all should be fully aware of this. It is not a game anymore. It is not. It's serious. It's extremely serious. So we're going to go through some clips. First of all, let's get an understanding of what it is. They say, did you know HIV is not a death sentence? Okay. I just pull this off because, everybody have their own info that they like to disseminate throughout social media. It said HIV is not a death sentence. While HIV used to be considered a death sentence, today's treatments, y'all, okay, that's what I was talking about earlier. Today's treatments make it impossible for people, make it possible for people living with HIV to live longer and healthier lives. And it's never too late to start treatment, but it's important to stick to the treatment and take good care of yourself. Hey, pay attention. They put that BUT in there. That BUT is a lethal 3-character understanding. That but, they say, but it's important to stick to treatment and take care of yourself, y'all. And why are they going to tell you to take care of yourself? Because they may tell you it's not a death sentence, but you're going to live your life as if you're on death row. Because really, real talk, you're just going off the traditional natural way. Let's just say you break your leg or something. You're thinking about that every single day because now it's outside your normal way of living. You broke your leg. You know what I'm saying? It's outside your normal way of living, right? Let's go to the next. Acquiring HIV does not mean you have or will have AIDS. Okay? HIV and AIDS are not the same thing. They say HIV is a virus that weakens the immune system. It can cause inflammation and damage inside the body, making it harder for your immune system to fight off other diseases. Pay attention. If left untreated, HIV can eventually lead to AIDS, also known as acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Living with HIV does not mean it has to progress to AIDS. Sticking to treatment can help you live a longer and healthier life. So they said sticking to treatment. As you notice, the previous one say, but it's important to stick to the treatment. So let's just say, for instance, you have the health care to do it and you're on treatment. And this live is not strictly about the HIV. I will get to I will get to the core of what this live is about, right? But with this HIV situation, you have to stick to the treatment. If you got the money for the treatment, You may live an extended life. You may live a little longer. I know as an actress that had HIV since birth, and I don't think she made it to 40. She couldn't do anything about it, right? Because they say it doesn't mean a death sentence, but yes, you're going to be thinking about this on a daily basis. It's more like a death sentence. It absolutely is, in my opinion. Women, I'm just saying women because I'm a heterosexual man. The women can look like any of these, any different shade of skin, any complexion. They can be ugly to attractive. It doesn't have a community where HIV say, no, she's too beautiful. I can't do that. No, my God. Oh, look at how smooth her skin is. No, I can't do it. No, HIV doesn't discriminate. Doesn't discriminate at all. STDs doesn't discriminate at all. Let me get to the chat right quick. Sticking boys, fishing and boys. Salute to you. I see you in the building, big dog. Salute WCS. Salute chat fam. Smash the like button on the way in. No doubt about it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sauce. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Should be good now. Should be good. Thanks for the 411. Like you see in the thumbnail, this HIV doesn't discriminate. AIDS don't discriminate. STIs and STDs doesn't discriminate. The reason why it's important to bring the awareness, because you're gonna have situations that blow your mind, y'all. You're gonna have situations that blow your mind because we're dealing with a community that evolves around social media, communication through social media. So with that communication, there's a breach in security. The breach in security is understanding for sure that you're talking to that specific person. From A to Z, that is specifically the person that you are talking to. You know everything about them. It's no deception. Has became a huge obstacle in the way we communicate and socialize with people, especially in the dating scene. If you're one of these people who choose not to go out, you know, you choose not to go out, well, guess what? Sometimes people gravitate to dating sites. You know what I'm saying? And they'd rather go through dating sites, whether it's for freaking to find a date or to hook up. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to break it all down. Or you have those who want to go out in the nightlife, enjoy recreationally. You know what I'm saying? Socialize face to face. Go to a freaking venue, a club, a restaurant, frequent. You know what I'm saying? Every week. That's what you do. Everybody has their own travel plans, real talk. But this situation with social media involved, there's a lot of deceptions. That's why I started Rag Wipe. Rag Wipe. Y'all might laugh now, but that shit is gonna wait till I start really doing some, live streams on that. But let's stick to this now. This is a situation that's dealing with lust that is the ultimate killer right now. Forget love. A lot of people are not falling in love no more. It's you look at these reality shows and these dating shows and these shows that have men and women on the panel. You notice they don't talk about love. They would give you a scenario on how to gain love, on the possibility of falling in love, or they may give you some core values that may bring you to love. They may break down the definition about love, but we don't talk about love no more, y'all. Don't nobody really, I wouldn't say nobody. There's a lot of people that don't quite understand what love is. So now you go to the word that's really tying it down. It's tying people lives into a knot. And this particular knot you can't undo. That's lust. Lust is visually, however you want to look at it. It can be conversation, it can be visual, it can be anything. Lust can get you knotted up in a situation and get you that package based off what you seeing, based off what you hearing, based off what you want to go from here. Where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of one night stands. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? One night stands back in the day, I didn't feel as bad. But God damn it, it's not happening like that now. Hell to the no. Because on the male side of the house, you going out here, I'm speaking from a heterosexual, okay, point of view. Get that straight. I have to understand and ask questions and have a convo with a woman to try to fill her out. And I'm not rushing it too. It's not expedited. You know what I'm saying? Because it's dangerous, because that woman might have been with a man who may have potentially been infected. You heard of the DL that was down here in the ATL back in the day. That did not include every man down here. I don't know why people still put that label on us, but we have umpteen amount of clubs down here, and that's just one situation that went on. Now, Atlanta used to be where you can come down here and live, and you can pretty much get a cheap place to stay and still, be well off with having a mediocre job and just surviving close to the city. But a lot of that shit has changed. You have people coming from anywhere and everywhere down here in the A. I mean, the population is just got crazy. And what does that population do? You bring more people from different geographical locations down here, which basically populates the club, populates the whole entire recreational scene. And you have situations of more people meeting the other. And yes, you got a huge presence of the acronym community, and you have a huge um, presence of the heterosexual community. I mean, it's a lot of people that's down in the A right now. But also what there's a lot of is HIV. That ain't going nowhere. That is absolutely what we have going on. Shout out to Jessica in the building. That is exactly what we have going on, and it's dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. I'm about to show you an article that I read about this situation that has went viral, y'all. Now we're talking about lust. To me, you know, if I wanted to be at 20 years and been able to freaking experience and meet certain people from all walks of life in different countries, you could have never told me there was so many foolish people. Like I've seen people that, you know, if they under the influence of something, it's even worse. But I've seen some people that just have so much lust in them that they will pretty much say yes to a female they're not even attracted to, just to say, okay, I want to see what that's like. I just never been able to turn that switch all the way on like that. I never been free balling like that. You know what I'm saying? I just had taste. You know what I'm saying? I had a preference. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a bit classy. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in my 20s and 30s, man, all this shit I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? I just always made sure I had clarity. You know what I'm saying? I seen clarity. I focused on clarity. I can't sit up here and say I was up there playing around with the ducklings. But in this day and time, you have people that's willing to just say yes to certain people. And either these people are currently infected, or they don't want to respect the seriousness and nature of possibly being affected. Recently, there was a situation that happened with this female. And like I told you before, like in this lifetime, we have OnlyFans. We had, um, what do we have back in the day? We had Backpage or something like that. You had all these little areas where you can look for women. You know what I'm saying? You can look for women. And that just expanded as we know it today. It's just expanded. Crazy. You have so many ways to get in contact with women. And if you want to run that gauntlet and take that risk, that's up to you. But you have a lot of women who aren't able or wants to live a certain lifestyle. And I said this several times before in my lives back in the day, that A woman is one of the smartest species ever created. If she ever goes broke, regardless of how she looks, she has a way of making money. And that is resulting to what I'm about to tell you about this lady that was out there as a worker, as a sex worker, right? And the dangerous part about this situation is that you would think the people that's going into this, right? You're already going into this knowing what that person's hustle is about. This woman's hustle is about. You know that she's basically frequently. You're not trying to go out here and propose and put a ring on it. Or I just seen you walking up and down the street. You know what I want to do? I want to ask you. You want to get engaged? It's not. It's not. Lust doesn't take them that far yet. Now, there's some bad, pros out there. But even that guy, they won't try to say, let me take you out the street. They might try to carry on the conversation. Why are you out here? Take it for somebody who did it. When I was 17 and I was driving through, I told this story plenty of times. I knew one. And somehow she respected the hell out of me for some reason. She kept me away from the danger, even with her. She told me a lot of shit about life, but she said, she was one of them. She was very beautiful. And I was one of them 17-year-old. I said, "Uh, why you out here though? Why you got, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that why stuff. You just have to mature enough to understand lust has its own thing. Like a woman thinks she can make six or 1,000, 15, two stacks, stuff like that. Women, their mindset be like, okay, I'd rather do this. It's not that bad. But this story I'm about to tell you is crazy, yo. It's wild because things have gotten so dangerous. Healthcare is so expensive, man. You know what I'm saying? Extremely expensive. Let me show you this chick right here, yo. God damn. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, left to right, front to back. Me and her would never, ever, 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 scary, ever, never, with a fairy, ever, never, ever, ever have a conversation that consists of some likeness. You know what I'm saying? You know how in sports they have NIL, name, image, and we would never. If I was at the bar and I'm on my sixth drink and I'm feeling good, and she came up to the bar and sat next to me and said, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" When I heard initially, she might have had a sexy voice. Before I placed eyes on her, I would say, okay, let me see who's addressing me. Once I found and I identified who she was, and this was it right here, I would have immediately FedEx my ass up out of that goddamn proximity. I would have asked the bartender, "Hey, I'll be back. I'll be down at the other end of the bar." You know what I'm saying? I got to relocate. I would never, in no way, shape, or form, no matter what my alcohol level was, socialize with this chick right here. Look at this. Now, when I tell you about the story dealing with this female, you're going to say to yourself, hell to the no, no, no. Hell, hell to the no. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. I gotta let you read. I gotta tell you about this. You know what I'm saying? This is incredibly wicked. You understand me? This is incredibly wicked. You feel me? I could never ever believe that something like this can happen in 2024. 2024. Is this what we going with? This right here? Pancake face Susie? Let me remove this and let me take you on a stroll, and hopefully those of you that's paying attention, I'm doing this because I don't want you to get caught up and get that phone call. Let's take a good look at Linda. Linda is a HIV positive sex worker. Okay. She was arrested. Okay. We're going to get to that. She has sexual interactions with over 200 clients across multiple states, police say, prompting a health warning. You feel me? Let's keep it going. Linda was charged on May 14th, 2024, with soliciting after she tested positive for HIV, which is a third-degree felony, according to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Not Atlanta, not DeKalb, not Fulton. It wasn't down here. It was in Washington County. Okay, let's keep it moving. This case could stem anywhere from Florida up the East Coast, but there are local individuals that we will be reaching out to. Ohio Washington County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Mark Warden said during the press conference, as reported by the News and Sentinel, this investigation will continue and interviews will be done again to protect the public's health, to try to glean those other individuals who have been in contact with this. Now, let me try to give you a little bit more info on this. Check this out, y'all. This female, after she found out she was HIV, she continued to sleep with men. Now, once again, we're talking about human beings. We're talking about individuals that look, I don't want to ad-lib this too much because it's a serious thing, but I'm thinking there's a community out there just straight blind cataracts, you know, in the eighth phase of cataracts. You know what I'm saying? They can't see nothing. Their vision is blurred. I'm thinking she was frequently there until they said she was going from state to state. Oh my God. So check this out. This is where it gets bad. She knowingly was out here still having intercourse with clients unprotected. Did you hear me? She was out here having sexual intercourse with clients unprotected. So when they say the sheriff's department is reaching out, this is what they did. They took her phone and went through her contact information, and they're in the process of contacting everyone that she was in communication with via her phone contact and her text threads to make them aware. Fellas, women, ladies, check this out. Can you, no, I'm not going to say you. I don't want to put you in this situation. Can anyone imagine receiving a phone call? And let's just say your kids might be out with a friend and they say, hello, who's this? They say, this is Sheriff Son. All you automatically think about if you're married, oh man, it's the kids. Something happened to a relative. Oh my God. They say, calm down, sir, ma'am. This is Sheriff So-and-so. Can I speak to Mr. So-and-so? Oh, okay, no problem. He's right here. So, gets him on the phone. Hey, you somewhere that you can talk? I just want to let you, I'll talk to you about something. We found your contact information. What I want you to understand is that we know you have had contact with her, but we also want to inform you that she's tested HIV positive, and she was out here having unprotected sex with over 200 males. So what we're doing, we're going out here to basically try to clean this up and request that you go get checked. You know what I'm saying? So we won't have a plague, an epidemic of HIV being spread, because some people have symptoms, some people don't, or whatever the case may be. But you definitely want to get treated. That's how they found out. They went through her phone. Let's continue. They said, Warden said the investigation found that Linda continued soliciting work even after she had tested positive for HIV in 2022. Oh my God. Now, both the sheriff Now, both the sheriff office and the Marietta Police Department are in the process of contacting at least 211 people, y'all, who may have been in contact with her based on the numbers were found in her phone she used to conduct business as a sex worker, y'all. Some of these people was frequent. There's returning clients, y'all. They said we want the citizens out there to understand that there will be a deputy sheriff reaching out to these individuals that we have numbers for. They're not in trouble. This is a public health awareness. Can y'all imagine? Can y'all even fathom to receive a call? To receive a call, obviously it's going to be for the male. And somebody you know, or a husband that you may be married to at the time, because I'm pretty sure that divorce is going to come hot and heavy. And to find out and hear that he gets a phone call and they are informing him that he was located in the contacts of Linda. Linda, this right here. I don't know what your girl looked like. I don't know what your wife looked like. But once she find out, say, oh, what? I look way better than her. What? You was out there. What? It's no excuse that you can explain to your girl that you was out here in an entanglement, a deadly, lethal, potent, toxic entanglement with this right here. Jesus Christ. 211? 200. So let's just look at 211. Let's just say out of the first 100, how many are still living? How many was out here having unprotected sex with the other partners? Let's get back down to it. This is just incredible, y'all. They said at the press conference, the health department nursing director, Diana to 90 days, y'all, to detect HIV antibodies in someone's system. 18 to 90 days. That's almost 3 months, y'all. That's almost 3 months. Miss Beck added the incubation period for HIV is 1 to 6 weeks. So sometimes people don't know they are HIV positive. Symptoms could include a sore throat, tiredness, swollen lip nodes, and other mono-like symptoms. Once again, symptoms could include a sore throat, tiredness, swollen lip nodes, and other mono-like symptoms, y'all. Health Department Administrator Barbara Bradley was on hand at the press conference to help answer questions to help those. For let me see. I don't need to read that. The Independent is okay, but shout out to the Independent, the outlet. This is from, citing them. And just go out there, and read about this particular situation because it's lethal, it's deadly. She had 200 clients, and it may potentially be higher than that. Looking at the when she was actually caught and who she was possibly in contact with prior to being arrested. You know what I'm saying? If you look at this thumbnail, this is absolutely a fatal seduction right here. Before you're negative and after you're positive. 18 to 90 days for it to be, for it to turn out. That turn up. That's if you're standing on business and you're getting checked all the time. You'll hear people talking about, oh, I get checked. I remember the first time a female asked me that down here in the A. It was way back in the day when that bullshit was going on, right? I was at the club and we was going to go get something to eat afterwards. And I guess she wanted to, go back, to her place. She wanted me to go back to her place, because we had been vibing, right? This is the first time I knew ATL was changing. She said, she said, I don't mind us hanging out, right? I like you. I don't mind us hanging out, but I gotta ask you this. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself. And when I went down there, I usually didn't tell females I was in the military. I just didn't want them to know my business because sometimes you're in the military, it seems like, you know, you turn into, oh man, that's automatic. Like you get a female pregnant and you're in the military, all you have to do is call your command once they have that kid and demand you take a test, and the military will automatically deduct. Anyway, that's besides the point. She asked me, she said, are you all the way straight? I'm not asking you because you look a certain way. I'm just asking you because that's what the females down here, we have to do now, because I'm pretty sure you heard what's going on. I said, yeah, I heard that, but I'm in the military. I'm in other places that's not going through this. The places I'm in, I don't have to answer this question. I never experienced that before. People was kind of telling me, he said, man, ATL changing, this, that, and the other, but I didn't take nothing to it because I'm not living down there. I was all over the world. I was in other places. But the first time she said that, it was an educational moment because I didn't know it was getting that bad. You know, I ended up telling her I was in the military though, but she said it made her feel that much more comfortable because she's not trying to, go through what I'm talking about right now. She's not trying to catch anything. She said she's clean. Yeah, a woman can tell you that. And you just can't go off looks. But back then, it was so far back, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here in hindsight and sit up here and say, okay, everything is done clean. No, it's sometimes you was up there unprotected, man. It's just the way it was, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping the stack. That's just the way it was. But when she asked me that, it was educational moment. I said, why do you say that? You know what I'm saying? She said, because it's a lot of crap that's going on down here in the A right now, and it's not going away. So you have to have conversation with men. You have to make sure they are strictly um, about you and not into other men or bisexual, whatever the case. I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I did? When I got back, I said, man, my city changing, dog. City changing, man. I'm gonna have to, hold up from going down there, because every time I came home, I was at the club and the strip club. I was around and about. But I say, damn, I gotta be careful, because I didn't take it serious. I heard everybody talking about that DL stuff. I said that stuff don't involve me. Like I said, plus I was in the military and I had a pick of the litter on other shit. Period. But in this particular case, man, it's extremely concerning. I ain't gonna lie, man. For somebody to have that many contacts in your phone of clients that she was coming in contact with on the regularity. I mean, it's just I can't, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even, no, no. I can't imagine the shock value of a couple or someone that's in a relationship that's been, involved with a woman, and you get this phone call and you go get checked and they tell you HIV positive. Now you got to go ahead and break the news to somebody you may be in love with, somebody you care about, somebody you've been talking about making plans to start a family. Now this changes up everything. It's heartbreaking. It's even more than heartbreaking. Real talk. It's way worse than a heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Because it's unlike anything you'll ever experience in life. Just thinking about it. And this deputy is saying that he has to make these phone calls for health awareness. I want to alert. I want to inform these people that you have something to think about. You need to go to the doctor and get checked out ASAP, immediately. You feel me? So, before you got involved with this chick right here, I have to say this right here. For her to be able to encounter 200 plus men the way she looks is just incredible. For you to go to someone who looks, I'm not being mean, man. I'm being honest. For you to have, I mean, enough eyesight, I'm talking about clarity, no extreme impairment, no extreme visual impairment, and you're able to see her. I mean, come on, what do you expect, man? She looks dirty, trash. She looks like all of that. And you chose to continue forward to meet? Oh my God. I don't know if I ever told you all, right? I can look at certain things. I don't know. I talked to somebody about it several times. I talked to doctors about it, but I can look at a picture and I have this thing where it's almost like I can smell, you know, my senses take over and I can actually smell if I'm thinking about what I'm looking at. I can actually, it's crazy. I can actually smell. You know, all I smell looking at her is hot dog, old hot dog water. You know what I'm saying? Old spam juice. For real. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. An overcooked boiled egg. You know what I'm saying? I just smell a rainy doormat. And she just looks stank. And for her to be able to attract, no matter how they was attracted from lust, being that they wanted to have a sexual encounter, what is that saying about you cats, dog? You want to get involved. She don't have any lips. Where did her lips go? Ugh. Yeah. Hold on for a second, y'all. I had to go take a 12-ounce glass of Clorox and goddamn dip some motherfucking, you know, some house cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Spray myself down. I actually, had to do a self quarantine right now because looking at her picture this close kind of made me start feeling a little funny. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel a little funny. I'm like, mm-mm. Get me. You ain't put me in the trick bag. Mm-mm. I got her on there. I think she done affected my screen. Once I'm done, I'm going out here to hose this goddamn PC down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hose it down, disinfect it. But anyway, she was able to do what she did, y'all. I can imagine those grown adults. Well, we're gonna say they're grown adults. The phone call that they're getting from the sheriff's department to basically inform them about this lady. I remember it was a video out. It's still out there. I don't know where I saw it on World Star though. It was this these homeless. They look homeless, but obviously they was transits. And there was this young dude that was out there, and he was having sex with this prostitute. And then the lady said, "Hey, you wearing protection, right?" And he was like, "No." He said, "Hey, man, she got AIDS, man." And he just like pulled back. He pulled back. He pulled his pants up like he had already been in it. And then everybody else said, and they was up there watching him do it because I guess the money that he was gonna pay her, they was gonna get some. I don't know. But she said, "No, you didn't do that. Hey, brother, she got AIDS, man. Why would you do that? Why would you not put protection on? Why would you do that? Oh my God. You young too." That's what they was telling him. And I said to myself, you knew damn well you should have helped this brother out. I don't know if he ended up coming down with it, but he was up there having intercourse with her on the street, and these people were looking. And then this lady asked him, "You wearing protection, right?" They said because she had AIDS. And the lady that was, he was having sex with, she didn't inform him. She didn't say anything to the brother. And then he had pulled his pants up and he just walked away into the darkness, man. He was so embarrassed. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. But look, I just wanna put it out there. I gotta remove her face, man. I gotta put these up there. God, Jesus. For those of you that had that encounter with Linda, man, y'all are wrong. Y'all are dead ass freaking wrong, man. And y'all might have gotten that package. Y'all might have gotten that package. I hope you didn't. But for 200, I know a lot of you all are infected. A lot of you all. You have to have some reserve. You have to have some understanding. You have to do some brain, you know what I'm saying? Some brainstorming, some soul searching when you go out here and date today. Have a conversation. Be patient. I don't care how fine she looked. Shout out to Honor Brown on deck. Salute to you. Ben Israel on deck. What's good? Won't speak up. We can barely hear you. No, I wonder why. I wonder why you can barely hear me. I wonder why. I turned up my mic. All that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing. Jazz some more. The OG on deck. Salute to you. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens on deck. Salute to you, man. But in this particular case, right? As I said, this something that didn't go viral when it comes to news headlines down here in GA. This something that stemmed from Florida all the way up the East Coast or whatever they was talking. So she was moving. With her moving, there was more victims. Now, are they going to consider them to be victims because they was up here smashing a rag doll? Like I said before, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether to call them victims because they're grown adults, I'm assuming. And for them to make a decision to check in on this, for you to make a decision to subscribe your time to this right here, she doesn't give me any indication that she is absolutely with the updated checkup. She don't give me any indication that I should just basically put myself in harm's way. Don't calculate or consider the risk. Nothing about that tells me that she's a wholesome, honest, genuine person that's going to tell me, "Hey, are you clean?" Absolutely I am. Don't I look clean? Oh yeah, you do. Look at your hair. Look at your hair. Look at those voluptuous lips. You are so freaking amazing. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just thinking, Mike. I mean, I'm thinking, but when they should have been thinking, I'm trying to find out who didn't do enough thinking. 200 plus clients? 200 plus clients? This lady moved around. Now you have a possible 200 plus. I don't even know what the percentage to say who's infected. Why? Because I have no indication, nor do I have the criteria who was returning clients during the time of 2022 to now. And they're saying even that particular year may stem backwards to when this all started. It may extend backwards to an earlier time. But my only thing is to show concern, to this, to pretty much like put awareness out there to you all that if you see anybody, you know what I'm saying, this day and time, especially the youngins, especially you haven't started families, you really need to ask questions, man. Real talk. If you down here in the ATL, I did a live on this before, and it's not even like I'm joking about it. I'm encouraging you to make sure that you get tested. You know what I'm saying? If you coming down here to party, like, look, you're talking to a man who went through the Freaknik area. Like, really, I was here at Freaknik. I grew up off the strip clubs in here. I went to the clubs when they used to stay open all night long. But the A, it's not like that anymore, y'all. It's not like that anymore. So if you coming down here, you got all walks of life. Be careful. Be do your due diligence, and be patient. I don't care how fine she look. I Hey, listen. It doesn't matter how attractive the female is. One thing that's for sure, and a lot of things for certain, is that the entry that's a part of this examination is all the same. You want to have intercourse, you want to go to an area that can breed, that can be susceptible to sexually transmitted disease, and you want to take that risk. You want to reject the idea of playing it safe just because you got to factor in so many variables. Individuals that may be smoking, they may be on drugs, they may be drinking, they may just be stupid and dumb. They may be lustful, over lustful individuals that just don't care. They themselves may be infected. She had to get it from somewhere. Infected people may want to be around infected people. They may not care anymore. They say, forget it. We hear a lot about the industry people. You know what I'm saying? It's up here that's infected. You look, check this out. When I was growing up, and you hear about somebody having herpes, it wasn't like all the time. You say, for real? Wow. I couldn't, I didn't understand for a long time until, I got in the court. They started giving us sexual education classes. We got them in high school, but they really started going into, hey, you're going to these countries. They have the same sexually transmitted diseases you have in the States. Same human anatomy. They get sick. They get infected just like everybody else. Do you understand? Yes, sir. That's not going to stop us from going out in town. When we port, when we get liberty, that's not going to stop us. We're gonna go out there and have fun. That's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, this ain't a laughing matter no more. It's done. It's over. It's not a laughing matter. When you have something like this, an individual that let me go back to where I was right quick and show you something. Let me show you this right quick. Look, when you have someone who looks like her and they deem her an HIV positive sex worker, y'all, interactions with 200 clients across multiple states, prompting a health warning. Wow, that is lethal, lethal, lethal. soliciting after she tested positive for HIV, which is third-degree felony. Third degree, y'all. They arrested her. They arrested her, man. They arrested this girl. And I don't know where they put the ones that's HIV positive in jail, but she was willingly going around there. I know y'all don't remember, but it was a time when I was in the military, right? And used to, when I was heading out to the club, I used to listen to this one radio station, and you know they used to have women and men come on and talk about certain topics. But this is no cap, y'all. This is no cap. I'm being absolutely honest. It was a time where I was cruising, man. I was just checking out the strip and all that. Car smelling good. I'm headed to the club. And they had this back in the day we used to call them disc jockeys, DJs. And a woman called in and they was talking about the dating scene or whatever the topic was. I don't remember. I was a teenager then, right? And then the woman was like, she sounded like her she was broken, but you couldn't hear it in the voice. She just seemed like she was broken. She had recovered. She is now facing her reality, and she had vengeance on her mind, right? So as she was talking, you initially when she came on, you really didn't understand like what she was leading to. She was talking about men in general, how relationships go sometime when you put trust, this, that, and the other. I said, okay, she must have had a breakup or something. And then she said she found out that she had HIV from her boyfriend, right? So at that point in time, the 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 um the, the disc jockey started getting involved in the conversation and started asking her details. She was giving details too, but like I said before, she was very like stern, like she wouldn't say too much. She would just give you the answers that you was looking for. You know how somebody can sound hysterical when you take them back to a dark place? She said, yeah, I was dating this guy for this long and he was cheating on me. And you never think that a situation like this will come up. No, not at that point in time back then. I never knew anybody had HIV, to be honest. But she was telling me, she was telling him how healthy the relationship was, how she, how long they've been together, how much she loved him, and everything like that. And to find out she had HIV, and had to tell him, hey, why did you give me HIV? Because, how long did you know you had it? And he ended up telling her that, you know, he was apologetic. Um, he had gotten it from a female and it was undetectable or something like that. He tried to make it seem the way she was explaining it. He tried to make it seem like undetectable, meaning um, it couldn't be transmitted to anybody else. And it was just all new for me. I was like, man, that's wild. Hearing her talk, man, it was just like it was just slow motion. Like I'm looking at the street lights, I'm listening to this chick, man. I'm like, and it was crazy. And then it just took a turn. She said, yeah, he really ruined my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything else. You know what I'm saying? I put my love, my heart in him. He betrayed me. He betrayed me in the worst way. There's no going back from this. And at this point in time, I'm going to do to everybody else what he did to me. And then the disc jockey started to intervene. He said, no, no, look, sister. Back then, they were still calling sisters, sisters. Understand me. Listen, I understand that you feel like you need to get revenge, but you're not getting revenge on him because he's out of your life. Unfortunate for you, you didn't have any pre-warnings or anything. You thought you was doing what you're supposed to. You was in a relationship. Everything was cool. She said, yeah, I understand that. But where I'm at right now, the only way I can go back to that is just thoughts and reflection, you know. But right now, I'm gonna do to others as he's done to me. And what she was saying in general, that she was purposely, intentionally out here in these streets, infecting men or having unprotected sex, knowing that she was HIV positive. I remember that conversation. I remember her voice. I was like, ooh, man, she seemed so cold. Like she seemed cold, empty, but she didn't seem angry. That's a dangerous tone of voice now. When somebody doesn't sound like they angry and they're speaking to you all calm, that's dangerous, man. Real dangerous. And the guy was trying to talk her out of it. She said, listen, just stay on the air after we get off. I'm gonna try to get you help. She said, no, I don't need no help. She said, but he said, but I don't want you going around here purposely infecting other men because you was infected and you feel like it was purposely done. He said, well, he could have informed me. He could have told me. He could have made me aware. But you changed my life forever. You ruined me. This, that, and the other. Now, her mission was to infect every other man that she could. And then the guy even asked her a number that was crazy. And you can hear the disc jockey gasp. Like he said, how many you think you have slept with unprotected? Because she said she was an attractive woman. She said, I'm not a bad looking woman at all, but I know this is not going to last forever now that he's infected me. So when he asked her the number, I can't remember. I ain't going to hold you. I couldn't remember, but I even, I said, oh shit, God, man. She said, and that's when he suggested, he said, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna shut this shut this interview down, put some music on. I want to talk to you off the scene. She said, no, there's no need for that. We don't have nothing to talk about. I appreciate you. And, she was like, I thank you for having me on, but this is way beyond anything that you and I can speak on to bring me to a better place. She said it. You know what I'm saying? She said, nothing you can tell me can bring me to a better place. It's going to continue. I said, shit, should I take a U-turn? God damn, should I take it? Well, the good thing about it, she wasn't where I was in that particular location in DC. I think she was calling in from, I forgot what she said she was from. She really didn't give her exact location anyway because she knew what she was about to say. But and when she was saying where she was at, she really didn't get no specific location, but she didn't say she was in DC either. But I still remember, man, cold hearted. I mean, not cold hearted, cold tone. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of emptiness. I wonder how she even, she even still living. I wonder if she was ever caught. Um, how many people, how many men she actually intentionally slept with, and she was infected. I mean, it's bad, bro. It's bad. Hey, y'all cats out there, you gotta have some patience, man. Like I said, when you come down here to the A, don't play. Remember, I told you that. You come down here to the A, don't play. What I mean by that, you can go out and have your fun, but don't play around with your life. You need to make sure you do the necessary paperwork and get the check before you go out here and start intermingling in this city. ATL have a lot of lights in the city. They have a lot of lights. It's beautiful. But when you are frequently transiting those lights and those night lights in those areas, it's a lot of pretty women down here. There's a lot that just looking at them, just off first glance, It's a lot of fine women down here. It's a lot of women down here when it comes to, the ratio from women to men. But also, what's going down here that has its own community is HIV infected human beings, both male and females. So you definitely got to pay attention to that. And I want you to. Seriously, I want you to pay attention to that. I want you to be safe out here. Um, you hear these guys on here talking about S my B. You know what I'm saying? Come down to the A and say that. There was some people out here that oblige y'all. Come down here to the A and say that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say it online no more. Come down here. I bet you'll shut your damn mouth. For real. Jay on deck, what's good? Y'all, I don't know why. I don't know why. My mic is still low. Let me check some right quick. Let me see how low it actually is. Seriously. Let me see how low it is per se. Let me check it out. Let me see. Damn, this shit is low as hell. Shit low as hell. I wonder why though. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this shit checked right quick. I gotta get that. That is super low. Hold on for a second, man. I gotta get this shit up there. Y'all in the building, hit the like button. So, let me see. Is I think I know what it is, Shawty. Yep. Oh my God. The whole time I found out what it is, Shawty. For real. Yeah, that is. I appreciate y'all for telling me. Appreciate y'all for telling me like 20 times and I ain't fixed the shit. Let me see. What about now? Yeah, it's straight. Shout out to Blue on deck, man. Hey, man, my goddamn mic wasn't even the one I usually talk on. I was using the factory mic. You know what I'm saying?
The one I usually speak, it wasn't even connected, man. Somehow it was disconnected. Go figure. That shit was super low. I was using the mic from the goddamn the default mic, man. Anyway, I'm back, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I did my whole live stream damn near like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was talking about the female that I ran into on the radio that basically told her story about a situation, relationship she was in, and it was wild, man. Just listening to her talk, and it was like a she was giving her final words. It's almost like she was letting the world know that she was on a rampage. You know what I'm saying? To infect. She said it. She said, I'm going to infect as many as I possibly can until it's over. That's what she said. And she was absolutely serious about that. She wasn't playing around at all. It was real talk. This chick right here that I mentioned in the live stream, she probably had the same mentality. She probably didn't have nothing going from her. She even went from state to state, and she was up here just infecting people. Just nasty. Just freaking nasty. Ugh. Just a pie-faced, nasty, ugly, finugly looking. You know what I'm saying? It's no way, bro. But I'm not gonna stay on here too long because I'm gonna come back on with another live that deals with boxing. But I keep on putting this out there. Like you can't tell certain individuals what to do with their personal life. You can't tell them. They're gonna do it anyway. Some dudes don't have no control. Some dudes don't have no control on who they sleep with. They just don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, that reserve just to think about what you're doing. They don't have those measures to carefully select or be patient enough to ask the question and go through a full-blown inquiry. Yeah, they may not be on board with it, but you got to let them know it's life or death. You can tell me anything. You might have it and don't know you have it. But if you plan on kicking it with somebody, you got to have the patience. In this day and time for you youngins, you got to go to the doctor, and you definitely got to get that checked out. I would suggest, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely suggest that you go get it checked out. For real. I suggest you go get it checked out, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you see it, don't bring your ass down here to the A to play, because you might not leave up out of here okay. All right? I'm just putting it out there. Don't come down to the A just because you got friends down here. They say, come down here, man. We're going to go out. It's mad bitches down here, man. We can do it. Okay. Don't say WCS didn't put it out there for you. Don't say I ain't put it out there. I put the helpline out there for you. I extended the lifeline to keep you healthy and aware and educated and understood that the ATL has changed. Point blank, period. The ATL has changed. And I want those of you to have a very great time down here. But I don't want you to get back home and you feeling funny. And you got to go to the doctor and he tell you something that you weren't expecting. I don't want you to go through that, shawty. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of y'all to go through that. Real talk. But hey, big shout out to everyone who pulled up, man. Yep, we about to talk about this Ryan Garcia's B sample return. It's 16:05 military time over here, 4:05 on the East Coast. Yes, sir. We're gonna be talking about this B sample. I will be back on in a little bit, and basically prepare yourselves and see what side of the shock value you wanna pay attention to when you find out about this B sample and how it came back. Okay. Until next time, let me first remove her face. Ugh. I'm about to goddamn go up here and goggle me some motherfucking goddamn laundry detergent or something with some freaking, for real. Gotta clean my shit out talking about this. But appreciate, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Appreciate y'all. Salute to everyone.